Well, hello, everybody. Jeff Cowan here from Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk. You know, the guy that's trained more successful service advisors and service employees than anybody else on the planet. It's a fact, and you can check it out. Well, I'm back here today with a new edition of my podcast entitled Write Service, Write Your Own Paycheck, The Path to Making Over $100,000 a Year When Writing Service in the Automotive Industry. And you know, at this very recording, just over 20% of you are doing just that, making $100K or more. So congratulations to you that are doing that. But that means that nearly 80% of you are not. So what are you going to do about that? Well, I recommend you do this. Watch this podcast. Go back and watch any of the over 100 podcasts I've recorded in the past. Go to my website, automotiveservicetraining.com, automotiveservicetraining.com. And between those two places, you'll find all the techniques, processes, tactics, and word tracks you need to become the absolute best you can be and maximize the opportunity you face every day. I want you in that $100,000 club, so let's get on it. You want to? Now, I'm back here today, like I said, with a new edition of my podcast, and I'm sticking to the format I've been using where I'm taking the quotes that I post daily on social media, I'm picking a few of them out and I'm breaking them down and showing them how you can apply, showing you how you can apply these to your life. So I got a really cool one here today. It's one of my favorites. This one always gets a big feedback, a lot of comments and whenever I post it. I've posted a few times over the last few years, but here's what it is. Never underestimate a salesperson's ability to underestimate what a customer will pay. Never underestimate a salesperson's ability to underestimate what a customer will pay. Now, this is one of the reasons here that most salespeople miss making the maximum amount of income they can, because they make sales based on their income. They make sales based on their ability to buy what it is they're presenting. They make decisions based on what they think the customer can and cannot afford. And that's the wrong way to go about it. So how are we going to stop that? How are we going to get you out of that habit if you fall into that habit? Real easy to do. First and foremost, know what your job is. And your job is not a financial advisor. Your job is not an accountant. Your job is not to try and determine what somebody will and what will not spend. Your job is to do the following. Number one, make sure the customer is made aware of all the vehicle needs. Make sure the customer is aware of all the vehicle needs, everything that it needs. When they come in and tell you, this is what I'm here for, you write that down. You walk around the vehicle. Anything that you see might be a possible thing that needs to be addressed today, to looked at, or repaired, replaced, serviced, you point it out. You make them aware of everything. When you put the vehicle in the shop and they do your multi-point inspection, I don't care if the technician comes back and says they need $40,000 worth of work, you tell the customer everything. That's what your job is. Your job is to tell customers what they need. Not financially advise them, not decide what they will or won't buy, not decide on what you think that you can get them to buy based on your income. Your job is to share with them everything the vehicle needs. Number two, remember, they Googled you. Now, this is something our industry seems to not realize, and I don't know what I got to do. I've been blasting this out for years. You have to understand your customers Googled you before they got there. Now, what do I mean they Googled you? Let's take you, for instance. Let's say that you go home tonight and you've decided you want to buy a new product or service. Well, before you ever leave your house to go buy that new product or service, what do? You Google it. Why? You Google it so you can find out what product you should be looking at. Who's got the best product? Where do I find that product? What's that product going to cost? How long is it going to take to get it and the like? Well, guess what? Here's a big news flash. So do your service customers. You see, they get online, when they wake up this morning and realize they need a service done to their car or repair or anything else, they Google it. And when they Google it, they're typically led to one of the 5 major blogs out there written by master technicians, and on those blogs they will be told that what they're looking at is easy. It's not going to take a lot of time. It's not going to cost a lot of money. It may not cost anything because it could be covered under warranty, but on the same blog to be told that what they're looking at could be a very big deal that takes a lot of time and costs a lot of money, and oh yeah, don't be surprised when you get there based on the number of miles you said you have if they don't tell you you need this, this, and this, because you probably do. So now they know what they need. They then, and know how long it's going to take, and probably what it's going to cost, they then Google who does that. And this is where it gets interesting, because when they Google who does that, your name will pull up on a page on average with 9 other places they could go, but they picked you. So what's the point I'm making here? Before they ever get to you, they're already sold on everything they need, and they've been set up by the blog. Don't be surprised if they don't tell you need more. They're set up for having you tell them they need more. They're already sold. It's never been easier to sell service service on a service drive than it is right now today. It's never been easier to get the survey score, never been easier to get the sale, never been easier to get the effective labor rate, never been easier to get the hours per repair order, never been easy to get the total sales, never been easier to make people happy and get rid of disgruntled customers and heat cases forever. Never been easier. I've never seen a customer, in my 36 years of doing this, nearly 36 years of doing this, I've never seen a service customer easier to handle than the one we have right now. There's a reason for that. I don't have time to go into it. Give me a call, explain that to you. It's never been easier. They Googled you. Finally, number 3, remember that no matter what they come in and ask for, whether it's a repair, whether it's a service or anything else, no matter whatever it is they come in and ask for, they're truly only asking you one question. And so what is that question? It's simply this: what will it take to make my vehicle perfect? Again, I don't care what service they're coming in for, what repair they're coming in for, anything else. No matter what they ask you for, the only question they're asking is, what will it take to make my vehicle perfect? And your only response ever should be, this much money and this much time. Well, what will it take to make my vehicle perfect? This much money and this much time. Well, what will it take to make my vehicle perfect? This much money and this much time. How about me? What's it going to take to make my vehicle perfect? This much money and this much time. And even if they look back at you and say, I don't have that much money, I don't have that much time, at least they've got the information. And then you look back at them when they say, I don't have that much money or I don't have that much time, and you simply say this, ask this, then how close to perfect do you want it? You never back down on the dollars that you need to repair this car and make it perfect. You never back down on the time. You make them back you down. Now remember, most of these customers aren't going to back you down because they Googled you before they got there. They're prepared for how long it's going to take, what it is they need, and what it's going to cost. Your only job is to make sure they understand everything that vehicle needs and answer their question, which again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I want to drive this home. Their question is, what will it take to make my vehicle perfect? Your only response is, this much money and this much time. You'll be stunned when you answer it that way how many people will simply say, yes, go ahead. That's simple. Never underestimate a salesperson's ability to underestimate what a customer will spend. It's a bad habit a lot of people get into, and I want you out of that habit, and the way you get out of that habit is you do what I recommended here. Hey, my name is Jeff Cowan, and don't forget, we do all kinds of service training, and you want to find out exactly what we do, it's all listed here. You just dial 1-800-248-2931, and anybody that picks up the phone can share with you what we do, how we do it, and the results that we get. You can also go to automotiveservicetraining.com, automotiveservicetraining.com, and get the information there. By the way, our number is 1-800-248-2931, 1-800-248-2931. With that, this is Jeff Cowan signing off this week from this podcast, wishing you a great day. I want you to have a fantastic day. God bless you, and I'll be talking to you soon. You take care of yourself.